My name is Cameron McCaul. I'm 28 years of age and I live in Bend, Oregon. My earliest memory on a bike is probably similar to many people's first memory on a bike. That feeling when you know your dad's there holding the seat, pushing you for like the first 2 laps, and then all of a sudden you're talking to him and his voice comes from really far behind, and when you get around the corner you see that he's standing way over there, and he has been for the whole time. You've been doing it by yourself. I just remember that one moment of looking and he's all far away and I'm trying to figure out how I got from where he stopped to where I am now without him supporting me, and I'm thinking, I guess I'm doing this by myself.
I can sit back and watch from different angles where he's there with kids, where he's here at our home life, where he's at a contest or getting ready to go out on the road and film for a few weeks at a time, and there's never a time where he doesn't feel passionate about whatever it is, and helping others, or helping little kids strive to be confident in themselves. And even when Cam's a little bit maybe down on himself for whatever reason, injury usually, he always knows how to pick himself back up, and it all comes from his heart and his passion for what he does.
The whole making a living as a mountain biker thing never really occurred to me because I didn't think that existed, and since I wasn't going down necessarily a race path, I didn't feel like that was really what I was cut out for, and there wasn't really like the potential to make it. The freerider thing wasn't what it is now, and so I didn't think it was going to lead to anything career-wise, but something that my dad always told Tyler and I that definitely resonated and stuck with us was just a simple little word of advice that if you like anything enough and you work hard enough at anything, it's possible to turn it into a way of making a living. It's just inspiring, and it inspires you to apply yourself to anything that you feel passionate about. And when we started to feel passionate about mountain biking, I think we had a little bit of blind faith in just pursuing it. And if it didn't lead to anything, it's fine. We scored a recreational hobby that lasts a lifetime. But I think that little thing that he would tell us, that if you work hard at something hard enough and you get good enough at it, it's possible to make a career out of it. I think that was always in the back of our heads. That lot that post office is in, it's just kind of a meaningless, empty piece of space in the middle of town that people would look at as something that has potential for, real estate uses and stuff like that. And as kids, we looked at it as something that had potential as a recreational space, and we had no clue that it would eventually turn into a park, and we had no clue what it was going to do to us. Those jumps evolved at the same time as slopestyle was evolving, and what we learned there gave us the skills to be right on track with this new sport that was emerging, and we were the right age for when this sport was emerging. And so I feel like there's so many friends that I've made there that I'm thankful for, and then so many of those friends who have made careers for themselves from what they've learned spending time in that lot. And it's no doubt that spending time shaping jumps there has also shaped what we're doing now. And so the idea of moving to Bend was exciting because, like, going along the theme of exploration and what got me into mountain biking in the first place, moving somewhere where it's all new and fresh and the spots are exciting and the terrain that you can explore surrounding is exciting, that was always really appealing to me. The fact that Kurt Voorhees lives up here, the guy that got me into this type of riding, Jamie Goldman, and then Carson Storch lives up here, who's like the kid who's killing it and probably gonna stand on a few podiums this year, and knowing that he's so motivated, it just turns it into like the perfect package of people to ride with. I've got the old godfather, I've got the guy I grew up with, and I've got the hungry kid who can help push me.
Ever since I got into biking when I was like 10 years old, always saw his name and his posters, and he had all his like movie parts and all the neural disorder movies, and always looked up to him. So it's kind of crazy to have like a childhood hero like living in the same town and somebody who I ride with every day now, so it's cool. It's just sweet to have somebody that's doing exactly what I'm doing on on a day-to-day thing, you know, like with the style of writing. Like, so it's like cool to see his motivation and his just kind of input on writing and building and everything. It's definitely a good mentor. And, yeah.
We're done. We're done.
Cam becoming a dad was just watching him the first time hold Chloe, just my heart melted. And there's nothing like that. And then watching him with her on a daily basis, and his eyes light up when she wakes up in the morning or from nap, she comes into the room after he hasn't seen her all day. There's just nothing like that. It's really the best feeling in the world. He's perfect.
Having a kid is definitely the best thing that's ever happened to me. You know, it's gonna be really fun to teach her all kinds of little things like how to ski and how to ride a bike. And, you know, we're already having a blast with that. And she's just now able to barely start getting used to things like that. Good job, Bo! What? More metal singing? She loves making noise, which I know she got from me, and she loves like aggressively hitting things, which she probably got from me too. And so it's fun to watch her take on little personality traits from Bonnie and myself, and we're just creating this funny little human.
Cam's done so much for the sport, and I feel like he's brought the sport a long way, and I'm ready for this next chapter in his life and in our life.
For competition, I really still want to be involved in this sport that I've watched grow, so I'm going to be involved in announcing at some of the bigger slopestyle contests. It's such a fascinating sport with a bunch more elements than you would actually notice to the casual observer. There's so much strategy. I've been a part of that for so long. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share that with the viewer, because I think it's going to make the competitions a little bit more exciting when you understand the dynamics that are going on behind the scenes. Filming, there's a ton of opportunities these days. Luckily, been able to grow some really good relationships with film companies like Anthill and Freeride Entertainment, and now we're working with Teton Gravity Research, who's doing a film with Anthill. There's all these things that make filming challenging. You know, when you put that together with ambitious film concepts, it becomes the type of challenge that I really like. Taking the riding that pushes me as hard as it can to progress, but also getting the shot that pushes the cinematographers to progress, and then getting that finished product that you could share with people at a premiere. I think legacy, if you think about that too much, you're being quite fueled by ego. But if I had to answer the question, the theme, if we were to talk about legacy, I just hope that I did everything for the right reason, and that's transparent.